Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to discuss about collections or data structures guys. In the previous video, I I told you about patterns related to for loop and nested for loop and all those things I mentioned you. Yeah, now the coming this video, I'm going to teach you complete data structures in the Python programming, guys. Actually, in the few days back, I discussed about fundamental data types, right? In the fundamental data types, I already mentioned related to collection data types also. There, in that fundamental data types, I mentioned some basic overview related to the collections data types or data structures, guys. If you not watched that video, please go through that video and watch that video. And coming to these collection data types, guys, here actually these collection data types, data structures in Python contains, yeah, list, tuple, string, range data type, and sets dictionary. All these comes under collection data types, guys. All these comes under collection data types. Here, actually, the exact meaning why we need collection data types or data structures means here, if you want to if you want to allocate memory more than one value, if you want to allocate memory, if you want to allocate memory more than one value, then we have to go with collection data types. Then we have to go with collection data types. Actually, in the fundamental data types, guys, we have int we have string, we have str string, we have float, complex. We saw all these things in fundamental data types, right? These all fundamental data types, which is used to store only one value, guys. For example, if you take int, we can store only one integer value like int a equal to 10, b equal to 20. Only like that we can store only one value in the fundamental data types, guys. And coming to collection data types, guys, we can store multiple values in the same object. See, you can understand by second point, collection data types groups individual objects and represents as one object, guys. It will group individual objects. I mean, for example, if you take here, I am grouping the individual object 10, 20, and 30, and 40. Here I am grouping the individual objects 10, 20, 30 into one single object. I am storing in one single object called L, guys. In coming to fundamental data types, here we are storing only one value. We cannot store multiple values in the fundamental data types. Coming to collection data types, we can store multiple values or we can allocate memory more than one value, guys. I hope you got it, guys. What is exactly collection data types or data structures? And these collections classification is done based on the organization of data in the memory, guys. It will done based on the data in the memory. For example, in previous, in fundamental data types also I mentioned about this point and I showed so. But in the case of classification, guys, suppose if you take list, guys, we can represent the data in list like this. In sequence manner, we can represent. And coming to dictionary, we can represent the data in the form of key and value pair, guys. This is the representation of the dictionary. And I will tell you all these list, tuple, string, dictionary in coming videos, guys. For understanding purpose, I'm mentioning how I am showing you what exactly classification is done based on the organization of the data in a memory. In the list, we can store like this data, sequence manner. A sequence manner in the sense order one by one, one by one, one after one, I am storing. In coming to dictionary, I am storing the data based on the key and value pair. Like that, I am storing the data, guys. And coming to coming to sequence collection data types. Coming to sequence collection data types. Sequence data sequence collection data type, guys. Actually, uh, in sequence collection data types, guys, we have some of the sequence collection data types, guys. Exactly, coming to, in previous video also I mentioned about sequential collection. In sequential collection, we have list, tuple, we have string, we have range, we have range, and bytes, and byte array, we have. These are the sequential collection data types, guys. This all comes under sequential collection data types. Why? Because why we call it as this sequential means, guys, the meaning of the sequence means one by one, we are adding the data. In this list, tuple, string, range, byte array also, we are adding the data in the sequence manner. I mean, in the order. In the order, we are adding the data and we are mentioning the data. We are deleting. All we can do in the order, guys. That's why we call it as these are the sequence collection data types, guys. And I will explain you list, what is the list and how to create a list. Then after tuple, then after string, range, byte array, guys. First, we will concentrate on what is exactly a list, guys. In Python programming, these data structures, I mean collection data structures, are very important in the programming language, guys. In any programming language, it is very important, guys. Please be patient and listen to the my video, guys. You will get complete clarity on the what exactly the list is, guys. I hope you got it, guys, what exactly the collection data types. And coming to list, guys, in sequential collection, first I am taking one part called list, guys. What exactly a list? What exactly a list, guys? List is nothing but comes under collection data types and which is used to store. This is comes under collection data types, guys. Collection data types, and which is used to store multiple elements, guys. Multiple elements it will store in the data. In the list, multiple elements it will store. And the list is mutable. List is a mutable, guys. List is list is mutable sequence data type, guys. What exactly the mutable sequence data type is? What exactly the mutable data type is, guys? Mutable in the sense changeable, guys. Mutable in the sense changeable. What exactly the meaning of mutable is? After creating the list, guys, we can update the list, we can add the list, we can delete the list. Whatever we can, whatever we have to modify in the existing list, we can do modifications after creating the list also, guys. That comes under mutable, guys. What exactly immutable? What exactly immutable, guys? The opposite to the mutable, it is nothing but immutable, guys. We cannot perform any modification or we cannot perform any changes after creating the data structure is nothing but immutable, guys. We cannot perform. In the case of mutable, after creating the, for suppose if you take list, after creating the list also, we can modify, like we can add additional elements, we can delete the elements, we can update the elements. Yes or no? We can perform all these modifications, guys. That's why we call it as list is a mutable sequence data type. That's why we call it as list is a mutable sequence data type, guys. And immutable in the sense we cannot perform after creating, guys. We cannot perform addition, we cannot perform deletion, and we cannot perform updation, guys. That is nothing but immutable. But here, but here, list is list is mutable sequence data type, and it is a collection data type used to store multiple elements. It will store either heterogeneous elements or homogeneous elements, guys. Heterogeneous, heterogeneous elements and homogeneous elements. Homogeneous elements, guys. It will store heterogeneous elements and homogeneous elements. What exactly heterogeneous and homogeneous means? Homogeneous means similar kind of data, guys, and whereas heterogeneous means different kind of data. List is used to store heterogeneous and as well as homogeneous data types, guys. Here, it means not only similar kind of data, it will store different kind of data, guys. For example, if you take integer values 1, 2, 3, and if you take a string like ABC and Python, at a time we can store as well as the string we can store as well as integer values also we can store, guys. We can store integer values as well as string values also, guys. In the one list we can store both the, I mean these are the, this is one kind of data type and this is the one kind of another data type, right? This is integer data type, this is string data type. We can store both the data types in one data type, that is called list. In list we can store heterogeneous as well as homogeneous data types, guys. I hope you got it, guys. What exactly a list? Can I repeat once again? I will repeat once again, step by step. List is a collection data types and it is used to store multiple elements in a single object, and the list is a used to store heterogeneous as well as homogeneous elements, and it is mutable sequence data type, guys. Mutable sequence data type, where exactly mutable in the sense after creating the list we can perform modifications like addition, deletion, updation. We can perform the modifications after creating the list also. That is nothing but mutable. I hope you got it. What exactly list means, the definition of the list. If you combine all these 3 points and 4 points, then you will get exact definition related to the list, guys. Related to the list, you will get exact definition, guys. And coming to how to create list, how to create, how to create, how to create a list, guys. We can create the list in different ways, guys. We can create the list by different ways. At first, using, we can create the list using pair of the square brackets. This is the, these are the square brackets, guys. By using pair of the, this is open square and this is closed square bracket. By using pair of the square brackets, we can create the list by using square brackets, we can create the list, guys. By using square pair of the square brackets, we can create the list, guys. And the values separated by the comma, we can create list by value separated by the comma, guys. It means, suppose for example, a comma like this. Only one value, by using only one value also we can create list, and value separated by the comma, value separated by the comma, guys. The square brackets, pair of the square brackets is important while you creating the list, guys. We can create, this is the empty list. This list contains only one value. This list contains multiple values by separating the comma. The values inside the list, whatever you mentioning, we have to separate with comma, guys. We have to separate with comma. And we can also create the list by using list comprehension. By using list comprehension, guys. List comprehension. We can create the list by using list comprehension also, guys. What exactly list comprehension means? For example, x for x in iterable, x for x in iterable, guys. X for x in iterable. This is the format where we have to create list by using list comprehension also. This is the value, guys. In the same list, we are performing here two operations we are performing. For loop operation, whatever, suppose this is iterable, right? If you take here 10, 20, 30, for each and every time we are taking one value in x and I am storing in this x. I am taking one value and storing in x, and it is, this comes under list. In the same list, we are performing two operations. We are taking the values from the iterable and storing in the list. For loop also we are taking. In later next after in later I will explain you detailed about list comprehension with practical also. These are the ways where we can create a list by using square brackets. We can create by only one value. We can create with multiple values separated by the comma by using list comprehension. We can also create the list by using list of function, li list 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 of function. By using list of function, this is the one constructor, guys. This is the function. By using list of construction, we can convert another data type into the list data type, guys. If you want to, for suppose, if you take string value, if you take string value, if you want to convert string value into list, we can convert that string value into list by using list function called list of. List of is the converter, or is the one way to convert another data type into the list data type, guys. I hope you got it, guys. How to create a list and how many ways are there to create the list. By using square brackets, the values separated by the comma to store multiple values, and by single value, and the list comprehension, and a list of function, I mean converter, to convert another data type into the list data type, guys. These are the ways to create the list in Python programming. These are the ways to create the list in Python programming, guys. And and now I will show you some basic fundamental example related to the list and how to create the list, guys. If you want to create the empty list, if you want to create the empty list, this is the syntax, guys, to create. For example, here I am taking list one equal to open and closed square bracket. This is the empty list, guys. This list one equal to square bracket is then. This is the empty list here. If you type, if you print the type of function of list one, type of function of list one, it will show you, it will show you the list, it will show you the type of function which gives the what type of the object real it is, the type of object it will give. Here I am taking one object called list one, and this is the empty list. If you find the type of list one, I mean type of the object, it will give output as a list. It will give output as a list. Why? Because the list we can create by using a pair of the brackets. By using pair of the square brackets, we can create the list. That is the reason why it is showing type of the list one. I mean type of the object is list. Type of the object here it is list. And if you take, if you take, I am taking L1 equal to open square brackets. Here I am taking Python. This is the string. This is the Python. This is the Python, and this is the Java I am taking here. These two are string values. These two are string values. These two string values I am storing in the list by using pair of the square brackets. This is the object of the list. After after printing the type of, after printing the type of list one, type of list L1, it will give the output as a list. It will give output as a list, guys. Why? Because we can store the values by separated by the commas. Here I am separating the values by comma, and I am storing the multiple values in the given square brackets. This is the list. Again, I am taking L2 is equal to L2 equal to 10, 10, 20, and 30, guys. This is also one list, guys. Here in this list L2, I am storing the integer values called 10, 20, and 30, guys. I am storing the integer values. These are the homogeneous elements. These are the homogeneous elements. For suppose I am taking L3, L3 I am taking one more list. I am storing the integer value 1 and one string value, and one string value I am taking here Python. This is heterogeneous. Here we are not only storing the only same integer value, but we are also storing the string value also. I mean integer value we are storing, string value we are storing. This comes under, that's why we call it as, it will store homogeneous as well as heterogeneous. I hope you got it, guys. How to create a list, the type of list one, how to create empty list with multiple values separated by gamma. Here, if you take L1 is one more list, we can store only one value also. This is also list. This is also list, guys. Creating list using list of function, guys. I hope you got it. What exactly and how to create the list. And previously I mentioned that we can create the list by using list of list of function also we can create the list. Now, now here, now here, if you take L1 equal to list of function, L1 equal to list of function. After printing the L1, if you print L1, it will give empty list, guys. It will give empty list. This is the output, guys. This is the output it will give. We are storing the list of, this is the list converter, list of a function, and I am storing in the L1. After printing the L1, it will give output as empty list. Why? Because this is the list of a function which is used to convert another data types into list data type, guys. But here I am not using any another data type. Simply I am using empty data type. It will give output as a empty list, guys. It will give output as a empty list. For suppose here I am here list of range of 1 comma 5. Guys, you all know what exactly the range data type will do. Here, the starting value is 1, and here by default, the step value is positive 1. So the stop value is 5. It will print up to the stop value. It will print 1, 2, 3, 4. Exactly the range data type 1 comma 5, it will print 1, 2, 3, 4, guys. I am storing, I mean this range of values, I mean 1, 2, 3, 4. I am converting it into the list, guys, by using list function. Here I am using list of function. Here I am using the list of a function to convert range data type of values into the list function. But finally, it will give output as 1, 2, 3, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4 it will give. The list of a function is used to convert another data type. Here I am using range data type. This range data type generate the values called 1, 2, 3, 4. That 1, 2, 3, 4 I am converting into the list. If you want to convert into the list, it will store like this, guys. Why? Because this square brackets represents a list. I am storing that range data type values into this list. I hope you got it, guys. What exactly the list and how to create the list by in different ways and how to print the list. These are the now I will show you practical also how to create the I will show you practical also. I will show you practical. Practically I will show you now. Guys, if you have any doubts related to the list, please comment the below. I will answer you and I will take special class for you if you have any doubts, guys. Please don't hesitate to ask me doubts, guys. Here, I am taking L1 equal to, here, I am printing, I am printing, I am printing the type of type of L1, it will give output as a list, guys. Why? Because this square brackets represents a list. Here I am taking L2 equal to 10. L2 equal to 10 I am taking. I am printing type of L2. Here also it is showing in the list, guys. We can also store one value, and L3 equal to list of 1 comma 2 comma 4. Here I am printing the type of list. I am printing the type of L3. Here also it is showing the list, guys. We can store multiple values separating by the comma. If you take L4, here I am storing the string values in the list. String values in the list, guys. String values in the list. I am printing the type of, here the type of L4 here it is also, it will give the output as a list, guys. Oh, string values also we can store in the list by separating the comma, and we can store both heterogeneous and homogeneous list of 1 comma 2 comma and comma Python comma Java. We can store multiple, I mean heterogeneous and as well as homogeneous. Here also it is showing the list, guys. Heterogeneous, these are the integer values, these are the string values. This is one type, this is one type. We are storing the different types in the same list also. And I mentioned you, we can also create the list by using list function. For suppose L6 equal to list of function, guys. Here, if you print the L6, it will give output as empty list, guys. This is the empty list. After printing, the type of type of L6, it will give the list, guys. This is also one way to create the list. And if you convert another data type into the list data type, we have to use the list function. List of, I am converting a range of 1 comma 5 range data type into the list data type, guys. I am printing here L7. Actually, Actually, here this range data type will give output as 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope you all know. I already explained in previous videos how the range data type will work. This range data type, whatever integer values it is generating, that integer values I am storing in the list. I am converting it into the list by using list function called list of. After printing, this one L7, it will give 1, 2, 3, 4 in the list. If you print print type of L7, type of L7, it will give output as a list. This is also a list, guys. Here I am converting range data type into the list by using list function. I hope you got it, guys, what exactly the list and how to create the list in different ways. How to create the empty list. and how to store the values and how what exactly homogeneous and heterogeneous values and mutable. In later you will get understand what exactly mutable, guys. We I will show you with the examples by performing some of the operations related to mutable, guys. Guys, here we can read data from the list. How many ways are there to read data from the list, guys? We have different ways. We have different ways to, to read data from the list. Read data from the list, guys. We have different ways to read data from the list, guys. We have different ways to read data from the list. We can read data from the list by using index index value and by using slicing and by using the for loop and by using the iterator, guys, by using iterator and by using enumerate, guys. These are the ways, these are the different ways, guys, to read the data from the list, guys. Guys, this is the one list, right? L1 equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, guys. This is the one list, guys. This is the one list. If I want to read data from the list, I mean data from the L1, if I want to read the value 20, if I want to read the value 40, if I want to read the value 10, if I want to print the data from the list, we have different ways to read the data from the list, guys. One, we have index value. By using index, we can read data from the list. By using slicing also we can read data from the list. By using for loop, we can read data from the list. By using iterator, we can read data from the list. By using enumerate, we can read data from the list, guys. These are the different ways to read data from the list. In tomorrow class, guys, I will explain you what exactly index value, slicing, for loop, iterator, and enumerate, and how to use to read data from list. Tomorrow I will explain you, guys. Tomorrow I will explain you all these ways to read data from the list, guys. Today, that's all for today, guys. I hope you got it what exactly the collection data types and what exactly a sequence collection and the list, how to create the list, the definition of the list, creation of the list, what exactly the empty list, different ways to create the list, and how to convert another data type into the list by using list function. I hope you got it, guys. That's all for today, guys. Tomorrow I will teach you read data from the list. How to read data from the list, guys. Thank you, guys. If you like my video and my content, what I am explaining to you, please subscribe to my channel, guys, and click the bell icon. Then you will get notifications about the whatever videos I am uploading. You will get notification. Then you can watch without missing it, guys. Thank you, guys. Please subscribe to my channel and support me and give you best from my side. Thank you, guys. That's all for today. See you tomorrow, guys. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye bye.